the injury front, I think we had a couple guys come in and out. Sweat got checked up, but he was able to come back in. We'll have some bumps and bruises, but pretty clean. So, disappointing there. Felt like came out ready to go, did some good things all three phases, but ultimately not enough. So we got to do more to get a win here. It's hard, but I just told them they got to, we're hitting the bye here on a skid, and we dug ourselves a hole. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have to dig ourselves out of it, and then it's going to be us that does it. So got to get reset, rest up mentally, physically, emotionally. We got to reset ourselves, and then we'll come back to work. What do we got?
Seems like the do more motto has been going on for a few weeks now. What more can you do?
Play better offense, play better defense, play better special teams, coach better, all of it.
What did you see that went wrong defensively in the fourth quarter?
Well, I didn't stop them. Couple explosive after the takeaway, 2 explosive passes, we were limited in explosive passes, which that's an explosive team. I thought we were okay in the run game. After the turnover, we gave up 2 explosives, scored. And then on the last drive, we got to figure out a way to get off. We did some good things on third down. I think they converted 2 or 3, got to have it. So just got to put them in the right position and win.
Looked like he sought out Micah after the game. How do you describe what he did today?
Yeah, he's a premium player. Played that way.
Coach, I know you hate losing, don't like losing, they're all frustrating. But the fact that you've been so close in these games and 1 or 2 things could have made a difference, how would you express the level of frustration or how you feel?
Yeah, a loss is a loss. Now, with saying that, how are you losing? Which this might even sound worse, is I know we're close. It's not like we're getting the brakes beat off of us. First, a good football team, give them credit. But we're not doing enough, and ultimately that falls on me, so I'm disappointed in myself because we got to figure out a better way. We've tried a couple things, but we got to figure out a better way to get ourselves in better position to win. If we were in this type of hole, having played the way we've played, and the scores being super lopsided, we would still have to dig ourselves out of the hole, but you probably wouldn't feel as good as you can right now as you myself sitting here in front of you guys. It's terrible to be 2-5, not where we want to be, not where we thought we were going to be, but that's in the past, and we see that we're near it. We just got to do better.
What stood out about Jacoby's performance today?
Thought he played well. I mean, we converted. It seemed like we converted some third downs, a couple third and longs. Stood in there, operated. I didn't think we had any operational issues, with the noise. He gave us a chance to win. I'm proud of him.
The last 2 weeks, I think you just mentioned I think you've had third down conversions of 14, 17, 23. What is the key to making plays like that happen?
All 11 guys doing their job.
What needs to change for this team to win?
Play better, coach better. It's not. I mean, there's no magical answer. You know what I mean, Josh? I understand the question. You're right. We got to look. 7 games in, we'll do a deep dive, and we got to get it corrected. And that's every losing coach, I'm sure, stands up here and says the same shit. But until we do it, that's going to keep happening. You know what I mean? And I fall into that boat. Like I said, it starts with me. I'm sitting in there, after the game, and it's like, damn, like I got to do more. I got to do something more. But I really do believe in the people that we have. So that's a positive. There's no doubt that's a positive. And they will battle. They will fight. I know that. Going back, losing how we've lost a couple of these games, 2 good teams in a row here, we went toe-to-toe with them. We just got to play a little better.
From your perspective, what happened on that final play before the field goal to end the half, and how did that sort of set up a chain of dominoes in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, give them credit. There's a couple different – that's a good question, Bernsey. There's a couple different – couple different ways to play that. I liked what we did. We got to look at it because it didn't work, obviously. You don't want to give them 3 points coming, into the half there. I mean, you're figuring with 7 seconds and a timeout, the yardage they can get. I thought we'd be okay. It was a little too much there in the call that we're in, but that was the right call. We've talked about that multiple times. And then the kid gets a 61-yarder, so hats off. Looking back on it, do I wish I would have made a different call? Yeah.
Kyler still be the starting quarterback when he's
Yeah.
healthy? Why?
Nothing's changed, Teo.
When you say that you believe in the people here, are you referring to players and coaches?
Absolutely, everybody in that locker room. You know what I mean? And it's hard. You know what I mean? They're down. They're disappointed. People, they want to point blame and tell everybody what's wrong. And we can't do this. We can't do that. We can't play. We can't coach. That's life in the NFL when you're losing. But they'll stick together. They'll take the arrow in the forehead. We're going to come back and when we get back from the bye and dig ourselves out of the hole.
Is this a good time for the bye or a bad time for the
I
bye?
don't know, man. I mean, it's different than last year, so maybe it'll be a positive for us. I think they're not happy right now. So it's our response that matters with those feelings when we come back to work. But I trust it'll be the right one.
On the last fourth down, when you went for it, was there even a discussion, were you thinking pretty clearly that you wanted to try and end it?
No, I definitely wanted to go. I would have went for it a little more than that.
Was there anything on that play that led to that breakdown, or did they just
That's been a successful play for us. We got a couple different plays in that situation, but we like to call. We just got to execute a little bit better. It looked to me, I don't know, I got to watch the tape on that. It looked like we might have muffed the snap. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. It didn't look exactly clean. It's a big mush pile, but we got to get a yard there. We got to surge and get a yard.
How close was Kyler and when did you realize he was
Gave him until basically today,
I think Trey McBride finished with 10 for 74 and 2. You've talked about how much defenses focus on him. What is he doing that's still enabling him to put up numbers despite that focus?
Well, he's a really good player, premium player, and we do a good job of getting him open, and he does a good job of getting open and catching the ball.
What more can be done to improve the offensive line play?
Well, it's going to come back down to technique and fundamentals. 6 is too much. Now, a couple of those drives got a little pass heavy, and the more you drop back, that's what's going to happen. Nobody wants to drop back in the National Football League, especially when you're playing premium rushers. So we had some tools for those guys, but they got good rushers. Give them credit. But the negative plays on sacks, those stall drives. Now we've got out of a couple, but you can't live like that.
John was visibly frustrated after a couple of plays when Micah beat him. What do you say to John after a game like this?
What do I see?
What do you see?
What do I keep playing your game?